So yeah, I'm CJ, 36. Grew up in Newark, Delaware. Got family all around Newcastle, Delaware, though. So I've been around every part of it. I, um, I'm an addict, alcoholic, felon, all of that. Uh, I've been through all the drugs. I started with the weed, pills came, ended up doing powder. That turned into crack. Crack was, then I did the dope, the bags, ended up doing meth, crystal meth. Did all of it. So I think it all started. So everything was going good. I had my mom and my dad, two older brothers and sisters. I was a baby. You know what I mean? Then some stuff started happening with my mom and dad in their marriage, and it kind of trickled down across the household where it got to the point where I stopped, paying attention in school. I was an athlete. I was always playing athlete, star player, captain of the team, all of that. By the time high school came, stuff was going so bad with my family that stopped going to school. I ain't had the grades to play nothing. So I started trying to figure out what else I could do to make some quick money. I ain't want to really work, but I wanted to get rich. So it was either if I wasn't going to play a sport, maybe it was something else I could do. So I started getting into trying to be a rapper. So start trying to mimic the rappers, Um, ended up smoking weed, but it was something to me, whereas though I was kind of anxious to be around people. My hands used to sweat, all this type of stuff. I didn't really know what to say to people like that. And my mom, she ended up giving me some of her, it was volumes back then. She ended up giving me some of them, and they cooled all that out. There wasn't no more sweaty palms. I was cool I was cool anywhere. I knew what to say just like that. I was rapping good, all of that. So they stopped doing the volumes for her and started doing the Xannies. Her, me, and my brother used to pop Xannies, and they was perfect for me. So what I didn't know then that I know now is that I was self-medicating. See, we ain't really had no doctors. My family didn't tell you to go see a mental health doctor. So I was undiagnosed, but I was still treating myself for the symptoms that I was showing. But the thing that happened was when I started doing them pills, I started feeling like I can do whatever and be okay because I was handling it better than what I would consider a junkie or something like that. I was handling mine. Wasn't visible, and I was still cool with everybody. Always had a girl with me, all of that. So when I started experimenting with all the other drugs, it was something in me saying, yo, if I'm gonna do these drugs, so what? Because ain't nobody gonna say nothing to my face, none of that. But I didn't, it's like people would think that they got a drug problem or alcohol problem, and that's not the case. The alcohol or the drug use is you trying to put a bandage on a real problem that you got. So mine was the brokenness, the family brokenness, you know what I mean? And I'm using the drugs to cope with that. And so what I had to learn during this whole recovery thing is that I gotta stop thinking it's a drug or alcohol problem and go to the source or go to the root. The root was this brokenness. Why do I feel broken? Is it because of what happened with my mom and dad? Is it because of my brother keep going to jail? Is it all these things? And then when I address those things, I don't need the Band-Aid no more. That's where I'm at now. Right now, I'm coming up on 3 years, not touching nothing, no urges or none of that because I already went back to that root. But it's like the other side. So I got people in my family that sell drugs. I'm not against people selling drugs because the whole government is selling drugs. I mean, it could either be heroin or it could be called Percocet or fentanyl. Fentanyl is a government drug. You know what I mean? The only thing that I'm against is that people might not know that these people that are using these drugs that y'all think just got a drug problem, they really got a problem with their spirit. They really went through some things and they're in misery right now. So you really are getting paid off of their misery. You know what I'm saying? And you're not getting paid because they just like to get high. These people are broken. These are my people and they broken. And like I said, I'm not against y'all. I work in the community. I do outreach. I do some outreach out Claymont, and it be drug dealers right there. And I gotta tell them like, yo, I'm not out here for y'all. I don't care what y'all doing. I'm not gonna call no cops on y'all. I'm out here for the people that need help and that want the help. I'm out there for them when they ready. I'm not really worried about what y'all doing. So if that's what y'all do, do that. But just really know what you're doing and know that it's the other side, because it's people dying, and it's just like shooting a gun and killing somebody. You don't know, you knew what your problem was with this person, but you don't know what was going on in his household after that. You don't know that they don't got money for that funeral. You don't know that it affected the kids. Now they got a violence addiction or something like that because their dad got their head blown off right in front of them. You don't know all of that. So it's a misery that comes with it, and it all trickles down, and it affects people. When people overdose, it affects people. Anytime a death happens, it affects people. So, like I said, we had I appreciate my man coming. I appreciate Kay for this documentary, and because we need that. We need for our people to be talking to y'all and showing y'all the other side to this stuff. Right now, we just ended our meeting. We put a little meeting together, the sober gang meeting. It's people, our age. It ain't really all technical and stuff like that. We just all been through a lot, and we try to meet and work on this and learn this stuff together so that we can go give it out. I got a son, my son's 17, he's smoking weed. In the back of my mind, I'm wondering if I pass the gene to him, where he might end up broken and start dabbling with some drugs, and you just never know. So if he ends up doing that, I'm trying to learn enough keys so I can teach him. And that's what the Sober Gang is about.